Duties of company auditor. The primary duty of an auditor is to protect shareholders and investors against any misrepresentation in financial matters of the company. Under Section 143 of the Companies Act 2013, the auditor is under a statutory obligation to make a report to members on all matters he considers important. The duties of auditor are divided into three categories. Number one, duty under the Indian Companies Act 2013. Next, duty under the Chartered Account 1949. Duties under according to decision of court. Number one, duties under Companies Act 2013. To check special certain points, the auditor must specially check whether loans and advances given by the company are adequately secured. Next, whether transactions are represented only by book entries prejudicial to company. Next, when loans have been shown as deposits. Next, when personal expenses have been debited to P&L account, whether assets of investments company have been sold below purchase price. Next, to issue report. The auditor must issue his report to shareholders since they are the owners who appoint him. His report must state whether company maintained proper books of accounts, whether P&L account and balance sheet is in agreement with books. Next, whether he received all necessary information and explanations. Next, whether accounts depict a true and fair value. If he suspects any fraud, he must do in-depth examination and present facts to shareholders. If fraud confirmed, he must immediately report to central government. Next, to give report on prospectus. Under Section 26, when a company issues a prospectus, auditor's report must include number one, profit or loss for last 5 years. Next, asset and liabilities on closing date. Next, rate of dividends for preceding 5 years. Next, to help in investigation. Section 217 and 223, if the auditor's duty is to help any person engaged in investigation by providing all books, documents and information available with him. Next, to give a report on solvency. Section 305, if company is being voluntarily wound up, the auditor must give report on the declaration of solvency issued by the directors. Next, to help the Advocate General. If the Advocate General has investigated proceeding against directors, the auditor must help him in whatever manner possible. Next, duties under Chartered Accountant 1949. Number one, must ensure provisions of Section 141 regarding his employment are properly complied with. Number two, before accepting a post previously held by another auditor, must issue notice to previous auditor to check for objections. 3. Must not allow any unqualified person to practice in his name. Next, must not make any officer or employee of the company a partner in his earnings. 5. Must not enter into a partnership with an unqualified person who is not a CA. Next, must not advertise or use references to get appointment as auditor. Next, must not engage in any occupation other than those specified by the Council of ICAI. Next, must not accept remuneration based on the percentage of a client company. Next, must not accept any post at lower remuneration just to compete with CA. Next, must not disclose any fact that came to his knowledge during the audit without client's permission unless legally bound. Must not do his work negligently. Next, must not certify any financial statement without carefully examining it. If any CA fails to follow above duties, he shall be guilty of professional misconduct. Next heading, duties according to decision of courts. To examine truthfulness of balance sheet, auditor must check whether the balance sheet depicts the true situation, not merely its arithmetical accuracy. Leeds Estate Building and Investment Society Limited versus Shepherd. Next, to give clear information with honesty, auditor must give a clear, unambiguous report on P&L and balance sheet by personally examining facts. Case Law, London and General Bank Limited. Next, to perform work tactfully and cautiously. Auditor must perform work with due tact and caution and care. He is more like a watchdog than a bloodhound. Next, to carry out intensive checking in doubtful circumstances. If auditors suspicious are aroused about any fact, he must examine it in detail before giving his report. Case Law, London Oil Storage Company versus Sear Hasluck and Company. Next, to give information regarding violations and Companies Act. If a client is violating provisions of Companies Act, auditor must inform shareholders about the same. Institute of Chartered Accountants of India versus Shri S.R. Khanna. Next, not to cheat the client. Next, not to guarantee accuracy of accounts. Next, duties regarding verification. Next, other duties, court decisions. Rights of a company auditor. Number 1. Rights. The auditor is an independent person who performs an audit keeping the interests of various parties in mind. The rights according to the section 143 of Companies Act 2013 and the Chartered Account 1949. Number 1. Right to access books and accounts and vouchers. The auditor has the right to access books, accounts and vouchers of the company at all times, whether at head office or any branch during business hours, even without prior notice. Next, right to receive information and explanations. Auditor has the right to receive all necessary information and explanations from directors, officer. He himself decide what information is necessary. Satisfactory answer not received, he mention it in his report. Next, right to receive prepared final accounts. Auditor has right to receive final account from management. His duty is only to report on their truthfulness and fairness, not to prepare them himself. Next, right to visit branch office. According to section 143, if a company has branches audited by someone other than company auditor, the company auditor still has the right to inspect branch accounts and vouchers for foreign branches. He can examine copies of books sent to head office. Next, right to receive notices of general meeting. Auditor has the right to receive all notices issued by the company regardless general meetings, whether annual general meeting or any other meeting by the company. Next, right to attend general meeting. Auditor has every right to attend general meeting of company. He has right to speak on matters concerning him. He can rely to the questions raised by members. He does not have speak on every matter, only on those which concern him. Following circumstances, he is suspicious that directors are trying to hide certain facts when there are points in his report that need clarification. Next, when he has received notice of resolution. Next, right to make a statement in general meeting. Next, right to have technical and legal advice. Next, right to sign the audit report and certify related documents. Next, right to indemnified. If a matter of fraud or negligence is proceeded against the auditor and the decision comes in his favor, then the auditor has the right to indemnify. The expenses incurred by the auditor in defending himself shall be borne by the company.